How are we doing, folks? And welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of our TEW 2020 series. In this episode, we will be booking our next show, which is Highland Havoc. We're now on to our third show, I think this is now. So we're getting on with it a wee bit. I'm undecided as to whether we'll continue doing the full booking of the shows, purely because it probably doubles the length of the videos, and I think at this stage we're trying to just kind of fire through as many episodes as we can so that we can get the shows out the way and get the popularity up. So I'll have a decision to make whether we just cut down to the results only, maybe squeeze 2 shows in the one video, or we just do 2 separate videos that are a bit shorter. As always, thanks for watching the series. Any likes, comments are appreciated as usual. Helps people find the channel pretty much. And I hope you enjoy this episode. Okay, so we're going to book our next show, which is Highland Havoc. Let's have a quick scan through the news, see what we've missed since the last episode. A couple of style changes and stuff from wrestlers that are on the short list. Interesting one is Noam Dar's contract expiring with WWE because we will be looking to sign him if he goes free agent. He's still wanting £100 per appearance, which is a bit too much for us. So I'm hoping that comes down if he goes free agent. Otherwise, the YouTube deal's expiring, but we know why that is, because we're going to let it run, as I think it's costing us too much money to broadcast on YouTube at the minute. So we'll click in. This show is called Highland Havoc. We're actually going to try and do that in the north of Scotland when we book it, but I think at this point in time, I can show you here. Let's just use this for the last time. If I show you where we try and actually select the venue, that's the Classic Grand's like the cheapest one. If I move this up to like 750, there's only like Edinburgh, Glasgow areas. I suppose we could use the Edinburgh one because it's only £100 a difference. We're still only getting 64 fans, so there's no point in using something too big. But if we wanted to use a venue that was more up north, we'd probably need to look at it costing us a fortune, to be honest. Yeah, like there's no venues. Like, say we go for the limit of £3,000. There we go, Balmoral Stadium, but that's going to cost us £3,000, so that'll be a while before we're up there. Methil, that's Fife, so that's not really north. Yeah, Dumbarton. Dundee's kind of north from Glasgow, but it's not really north. And then that's not north either. So yeah, you can see what I mean. The O2 ABC is actually closed down. So probably whoever made the database hasn't realised that actually caught fire a few years ago, funnily enough. And I don't think it's reopened to my knowledge anyway. Although, admittedly, I've not been in town in Glasgow for a long time. So yeah, pretty much the Balmoral Stadium is where we'll be hosting it at first, but it's going to cost us £3,000, so we'll need to be pretty well off before we're up there. But we'll go with the Classic Grand again. That tends to be our venue of choice at the moment. And let's crack on with booking the show. So I think in the last one we did a few of the tourney matches. Yep. So we'll get Krieger and Grado, Kez Evans and Davey Blaze done in this one. So let's just add those matches in because we know those are going to be a thing. So get Kez Evans, we'll get Davey Blaze, and we'll book the... Actually, I forgot to put some music on. Let's put some music on. We'll get Kez Evans. He's going to go over in this one. He's going to lose the final. He's going to come really close to winning the tourney, but he's going to lose the final. It's like a pinfall finish. Let it go 10 minutes. Both the road agents are poor, so it doesn't really make much difference to do that, and we'll advance the storyline, which is fine. We'll pick that as the main event. And it's Krieger and Grado was the other one, so let's get that booked. Krieger and Grado. We can't have Grado. Yeah, we have Grado losing. The reason why that is because we're trying to use him as just a authority type figure, so we don't want him winning the title, to be honest. So I feel he's a bit of a waste because he is a decent worker, but he's the most charismatic and he's quite over. So maybe when we hire another couple of over guys, that'll go a wee bit easier. But yeah, pretty much. And we'll add Grado in for his usual freestyle angle when he comes in. Grado opening the show. Opens the show, hypes the card and the next round of tourney matches. Okay, nice and easy, straightforward. That'll just warm the crowd up nicely. Right, what about the women's tournament? Let's have a look. So we've just got the final for that. So let's just have the final for that. Do you know that? Let's just have that match. Let's just have the Anastasia and Debbie Dahmer. And we'll put the Queen of Scotland title on the line. We'll add the storyline. I think at this point we won't split the women's feud into separate feuds because there's only 4 of them, so there isn't really much point in doing that, because do you know what we'll do actually? I'm going to let the game decide who the champion is, because there's no real preference to who it is, so I'm going to let the game decide who the champion is, or the road agent. So yeah, go for it. Let's put that quite high up the card because that is a title match. We tested it a couple of matches. Right, so what happened in the last ones? Let's check the two of these. So Chris Renfrew beat Adam Shame. So let's have Chris Renfrew do a match and Adam Shame interfere. Or other way around, actually. Let's do that. Adam Shame and Mikey Whiplash. Nah, let's go with... Who do we want to put over here? Because they're going to get a win. Somebody that's cooled momentum. Let's see. Stevie Xavier. Oh, Stevie Xavier's in. Totally forgot we signed him. Let's put Ravy Davy in. Let's pick this as a storytelling match. Let's advance the storyline. The original plan basically was for from Adam Shame and Chris Renfrew to have a separate feud, but the last show we got a poor performance from Adam Shame, and if he's going to be a bad worker, I'm just going to replace him with somebody else, I think, because I don't mind having a roster shake up at this point. We're not too deep into anything that it would affect us at all. He's not particularly over either. So let's go with outside interference finish. And it's Chris Renfrew. Perfect. That'll do. So we can just pick that. That's a straightforward match as well. Put that in here. We want to space out the tourney matches. So let's see. What about the other guys? What have we got? We've got... Let's put Mikey Whiplash in with... Dickie Divers is looking like a bit of a jobber for us at the moment, but he's a decent worker actually. He's got decent stats. Look, Chris Renfrew will leave off the actual main card. He's just going to interfere basically with the match. Let's have... How can we introduce Stevie Xavier? I think we're going to go with him coming in and just destroying two people that are in a match. Because he's pretty over, so that would go down quite well. Could set him up for a little run with Mikey Whiplash, actually. What's Stevie Xavier's specialty? Kind of brawling or high flying? Let's do it with high flyers then. So we'll get Mikey Whiplash in. We'll put him over Kieran Kelly, maybe. We're just trying different styles, first of all, just to see. Craig Anthony, let's go for that. We're just trying different styles because I want to see what kind of matches work and what don't. Let's just go with a normal match and see how that goes. Right, let's add a 1v1. Let's add Leighton Buzzard and Kieran Kelly. And we're going to have DQ by outside interference. Where are we? I've not done none of these before, so I'm just trying to find it on the list here. External involvement is what we want. But we want it to be we do want it to be a DQ finish. We can have it as a DQ finish, then a draw. So I don't think there's a specific one. Double DQ finish, right? We'll put that in. Remove that. We'll have the match be a draw. And we'll have we put this as an outside interference finish then. Let's see if that works. I haven't actually tried this before. Because he really has to. Let's just do outside interference. Not have it specifically as a finish because it isn't as the finish, but it's not the finish as such. Interference. Can you not just have them doing both? No. Right. Let's go with Stevie Xavier attacking Leighton Buzzard. We'll see how that match goes. Right, who have we got to add into matches thus far? Still got a few left. Let's try Shelley Starr and Jokey in a match and see how it goes. I think we've tried. I think we've had them wrestling once before. Just have a straightforward match for these two. And we'll put Jokey over. I'm just kind of still getting a feel for how good the women's, not the women's particularly, but how good some of the workers are. Because if they're not great, we'll just replace them with somebody else. Again, we don't want to miss anyone out. Let's have a four-way match, yeah. Let's do a crazy four-way. We can just add random. So, Dickie Divers, Looking Sharp, Stevie James, and Lewis Girvin. Who are we putting over in this match? Probably Stevie James. I kind of want to push him a little bit. Should we just have this as a total mayhem match and it's just crazy? If you do a mayhem match, it hides any bad performances really, but it limits how good the scoring is for the match. Let's just throw a four-way in. Let's make it a little bit longer because it's cut, because there's a few of them in there, so they can drag a bit more out of the time. Still got some time to cut. So, nope. Let's just do... Did a tag team tag in the last one, so I don't really want to do a tag team tag. Let's do Kenny Williams. He's got cool momentum, so he's probably needing a win. Let's give him a win over Robbie Wishart. Let's ask them to go all out on this one and see if they can have a good match. Kenny Williams. We need to build up Kenny Williams a little bit because he's got cool momentum. Just pick that as a 12-minute. Right, what are we saying here? So we need to change the road agent for that one. That's fine. Change the road agent. Right. We're kind of limited to the match length because the stamina for the guys we've got aren't great. Who am I missing off the show? I don't mind missing a few people off the show. Steve Xavier is doing interference, so that's fine. Miles Cayman's having a night off. Chris Renfrew's interfering in the match. Super Santos Jr.'s out, but that's fine. Pretty much. Let's make sure we're not having any crazy matches next to each other because you get penalties for that as well. Could put another angle in. Yeah, so Grado's lost to Krieger. I think they're both baby faces though. Yeah. So I was thinking along the lines of Grado could put him in a shitty match next week, next show, just because of just out of badness, but wouldn't really be fitting in with a kind of a baby face character. Let's put a promo in. Who's got a good on the promo? I want to test out the guys that are good for promo to see who can maybe cut some right good promos here. We tried Kez Evans. Grado, we know can do a good promo. Lewis Girvin, right? Let's give Lewis Girvin the horn and see how he is. Where is he? He's on this match, right? So we'll add an angle. We'll do a height interview, self-promotion. We'll do... I quite like Lewis Girvin. I don't know why. There's just something about him that... Interviewer will just have... Who'd be good at interviewing? Probably Billy Kirkwood. Billy Kirkwood. He can be... Do we want to script him? Nah, let's not script him. Let's just go without that. And there'll be no commentary on that one. So he's just self-promoting himself before his match, which he loses anyway. But I think he's losing it. Yeah, he's losing it because Stevie James is... Who's eating the pin on that one? Actually, we haven't selected that. Let's get Dickie Divers to eat the pin on that. Right. So, no booking notifications. Let's book the show. Freestyle segment. Grado opens the show, hypes the card for the next round. So he's out. He's hyping the card. He's saying the next round of the tournament matches, including himself, is going to be on Good Start 45. A 27. Got the match, got the crowd hotter. Craig Anthony, Mikey Whiplash. Craig Anthony wasn't great. Mikey Whiplash was good. Craig Anthony's new gimmick's very good, so that's fine. This is a good match, right? So Grado was a 42, Krieger was a 30. In a good match, Krieger defeated Grado by 9:38 by pinfall, and the story automatically advanced. Okay, perfect. This is looking like a good show. A 33, great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. We've got Leighton Buzzard and Kieran Kelly. This is the one that Stevie Xavier came in. Yep, so that sets up a match for Stevie Xavier and Leighton Buzzard. Maybe actually a feud between those guys for the next show. Leighton Buzzard was great at 44. Kieran Kelly at 30, which isn't bad at all. So far we've got Grado, Leighton Buzzard with really good performances. Shelley Star power in this one. I mean, that kind of match, 24, still good for our rating because we're on 11, but brutal. Right, next one, 33, Kenny Williams and Robert Wishart. Robert Wishart was good with a 40 as well, so we'll give praise to Grado, Robert Wishart and Leighton Buzzard, I think, for that. That's a good match. No real heat by the looks of it. It says decent reaction, but there's no boost from the commentary team or anything like that on that. Excellent. Right, so Lewis Govan's good on the promo. Billy Kirkwood was really good as well. So both of them off script, they can do a 40 segment rate, and that's excellent for where we are. This crazy match got the crowd buzzing. Good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Stevie James defeated Dickie Divers, Louis King Sharp, Lewis Girvan in 14 minutes 40 seconds when Stevie James pinned Dickie Divers. Dickie Divers was the weak link, but Lewis Girvan put in a good performance as well. Right, Adam Shame is it's a storytelling match, I suppose, but an 18, that's 2 matches in a row he's put an 18 in, and might replace him with someone else. I mean, there's plenty of guys like BT Gunn and Liam Thompson and stuff out there like that could still sign. So there is other wrestlers, but Adam Shame and Davey Rave have got good chemistry, but the match was still quite poor. Well, basically, Ravey carried the match. Interference from Chris Renfrew, so that just kind of builds up to them getting a title, or having a feud with each other. An average match, decent match. Debbie Dahmer won the title, so that's good. She's the SWA Queen of Scotland title holder. Decent. Then in the main event, good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Case Evans defeated Davey Blaze by pinfall. Both of them with a good, decent performance. So I think this is their best show. Yep, a 34, which is great. The show increased popularity in 6 regions, so perfect. And some really standout segments was Grado, Lewis Girvan, Leighton Buzzard. So I'm going to give those 3 praise. Lewis Girvan, praise for a great performance. Grado, praise for a great performance. And Leighton Buzzard, it was good as well. Let's just praise them all. Alright, let's have a look at how the show was rated. It got 462 viewers. How did that go down with the last one? Let's have a quick look. There we go. 460. So we literally went up by 2 viewers. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a look quickly at the size. So we went up by 1 point in Scotland, which is good. Financially, yeah, looks like we're going to be losing a bit more money. The sponsorship money went up, merchandise went up. We lost a lot from the ticket sales, and we didn't get a massive gain from the popularity in terms of like the amount of tickets we sold by the looks of it, because the show only went up by maybe 5-10 people. So I think we'll just switch back to the normal ticket pricing and see how we go from there. But that'll do us for this episode. We'll come back for the next episode, which will be Glory in Glasgow, which will be our next show. We'll probably have that up in a couple of days. As always, guys, thank you very much if you watched it. Hope you enjoyed the show. We did have our best show thus far with the last one there. So hopefully we can continue on that upward trajectory and push up to the 17 that we need to get till tiny. Cheers, folks. See you in the next one.